Warning, hot take alert. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Don Lemon yet again. Now, hot take right away before we even go too far. I don't think he's being treated fairly as it relates to the reaction he's gotten for his comments about Nikki Haley, quote unquote, not being in the prime anymore because she's a woman of a certain age. Now, do I agree with Don Lemon? No, I don't. Do I agree with CNN? No, I don't. Do I like CNN? Do I watch CNN? Am I a CNN fanboy? Absolutely not. I think if they went off the air, we have a much better country, just straight away. So you already know where I'm at. That is the reason why he should be off the air. That is the reason why they should be off the air. Not because of this comment right here, which in my humble opinion was pretty innocent. And it was kind of a corny, petty, tit for tat type situation. Not this whole big, he's a misogynist, he hates women. I don't think it's like that. And I think the reaction is emblematic of a deeper problem in society. And before I go any further, let's roll the original clip so you guys can get full and proper context. Then we're going to play some reactions because that's very important as well. And of course, all my clips will be in the description box if you want to see and hear them for yourself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Don Lemon has apologized to CNN staff for the comments he made about former South Carolina governor and 2024 presidential candidate Nikki Haley. The CNN anchor called into a staff meeting Friday and offered an apology to co-workers during a daily editorial call at the news network for saying 51-year-old Haley was past her prime on Thursday's episode of CNN This Morning. Sources say he owned up to his badly chosen words and said he stands against sexism and racism.
But see, even right here in this reporting, this is Hollywood Reporter, even in this reporting, it's like you're not telling the actual story. You're not giving the context at all. I guess they're going to play the original clip here in a minute, but you're not giving the full context. You're just saying he said that she was beyond her prime. But why did he say that?
He also thanked his female colleagues. In announcing her candidacy for the Republican presidential nomination, Haley said there should be a mental competency test for any politician over age 75.
There we go. See, and that's what started it.
Something that would apply to both President Joe Biden and fellow Republican candidate Donald Trump. This was Lemon's take.
She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Even though
see, right there, he's saying instantly, it's not according to me. This is just what it said. I don't agree with it. That's not my particular point of view. This is just what they say. So the point he was trying to make is, well, Nikki Haley, if you want to do that for them, then why not have that be done for yourself? Which was a bad point, actually, because she's talking about any politician over the age of 75. That includes women as well. You see, but he was trying to link ageism to sexism and I guess say they were both wrong. But that doesn't matter because women on the set got offended. Women in other parts of news media got offended because it didn't hear the logic. All they heard was, you're saying I'm past my prime when I'm 40 years old or something like that. That's all they heard. It didn't hear the full context. And that is the reason why he's being punished. And he might even get fired behind that, not because he actually said something that was meant to be offensive.
Lemon's comments didn't sit well with co-anchor Poppy Harlow. He didn't walk them back during the show.
If you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s. I don't necessarily.
40s. Oh, I got another.
I'm not saying
decade.
I agree with that. So I think she has to be careful.
Right here, you're saying, I'm not saying I agree with it. If you Google it, is what it says. I mean, listen, this kind of pains me to have to do this, but I'm an honest person. I'm not going to jump on this back like the rest of them because I don't agree. I'm going to just say the truth all the time, period, point blank.
About saying that.
Later on Thursday, Lemon took to Twitter to apologize. He wrote, "The reference I made to a woman's prime this morning was inartful and irrelevant, as colleagues and loved ones have pointed out, and I regret it. A woman's age doesn't define her either personally or professionally. I have countless women in my life who prove that every day." The anchor had the day off from CNN This Morning on Friday, a break that was already scheduled before Thursday's on-air dust-up.
So that's that. Now, let's take a look at the reaction. This is Megyn Kelly, if you remember her. I believe she was on Fox for a while, and then that was a whole big thing. She kind of I don't want to say she went feminist, but there's a little bit of element of that there. And her reaction you're going to see right here is very similar to all reactions I've seen from women. Not all women, but a lot of women all over the place. Let's check it out.
This is blatant sexism, and shame on him for doing this on the air. And frankly, those other women on set with him were pathetic and weak in calling him out.
I don't understand why you're trying to attack him when he's saying, I don't agree with it. And even in the comments of the video that I put out, I said I don't agree with him. And people still attack me talking about I'm wrong and sexist. How am I sexist and wrong when I say I don't even agree? Because people, they only hear what they hear. They hear him say that she's not in her prime because she's over a certain age. That's all they heard. They didn't hear any context. They didn't hear anything beyond that. It just latched onto that and then attacked the guy over it. And again, I'm no fan of Don Lemon, but I'm not going to dogpile on him because I'm not a fan of his. I'm going to just tell the truth all the time.
He deserved a more robust response. He deserves it now from the colleagues at CNN. He deserves it from the colleagues in the news industry and the bosses at CNN.
Is it that serious? I don't think that it is. Like, but it got pretty serious. The president of CNN, Chris Light, the new head honcho ever since the other guy, Jeff Zucker, or whatever his name was, ever since he has been ousted, he came in and starting to right the ship. He condemned Don Lemon's remarks. And there's been a lot more stuff that's happened. Don Lemon allegedly screamed at a co-host, making her cry because she kept interrupting him. You know what? I'm going to say something here, and don't take it the wrong way. Like this, I got to just say this. Roland Martin said this a while ago, and here I am, like the enemy of my enemy. But anyway, Roland Martin said, if I'm wrong, y'all correct me. He was saying that you really can't be a straight, especially black male anchor on CNN. There's too much testosterone going on. There's too much masculine energy. You can't do that on CNN. Now, maybe they thought they had a good guy in Don Lemon since he's gay and married to a man, a white man at that. So maybe they thought he'd be one of the girls, but obviously that ain't the case. And if you think that I'm incorrect about the whole thing about the gay black male anchors especially, look at anybody that's on there. Look at any black male anchor that's on CNN. I think the other guy, what's his name? Blackwell or something. He's gay too. It's only, I think it's Don Lemon and the other guy, and they're both gay. And you see Brian Stelter, you see what he was all about. I'm not saying he was LGBT, but if you would have told me that he was, I wouldn't be surprised. They had Chris Cuomo, but then once his brother got canned, so did he. CNN is like Lifetime news, basically. And if you're on there saying anything against women, that's when it's a problem. You could say whatever you want about conservatives, Republicans. You could call Trump a white supremacist, a devil, whatever you want. That's totally fine. You can get on there and lie about whatever you want to lie about. But if you say anything about women, even if you don't agree with it, then you will have a serious issue. And that's what's going on right now with Don Lemon. Again, I'm no fan of Don Lemon. I'm not a Don Lemon supporter. I don't like his reporting at all. He's very biased against the right and toward the left. But I got to call a spade. Like, what is going on here? This is kind of ridiculous. He's not being chastised because of his comments about a Republican. It's about women taking what he said in the wrong way, in my humble opinion. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Don Lemon should be suspended or fired because of his comments about Nikki Haley? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. Do you think he made comments about Nikki Haley that he agrees with, that he believes in? He said, as he was saying it, I don't agree. If you go on Google, you find this. That's what he said. It was a poorly made point that he didn't even agree with. It was a tit for tat. He's trying to make it be like, all right, well, you say they're past their prime because of their age. You're ageist. Well, if you go on Google, they say you're past your prime because of your age and your gender. So if that's wrong, then so was that. That was the point, but it didn't matter. Because if you say something like that, you put it out there at all, even if you're trying to make a point, even if you don't agree with it, if you're just reading a sheet of paper, they're going to say, oh, you said that, you believe that, you co-sign that. It's ridiculous in my humble opinion, but whatever your thoughts are, Please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.